Cha-ching! Japan is still a cash country, especially up in Hokkaido where there are less konbini and post offices to get cash out. Make sure you bring enough to get you started before you get your first paycheck. Most jobs also require that you get an international driver's license, so remember to take your regular license too. A credit or debit card is also essential for getting cash out if you do run out and paying for your season pass. Another little hint is to bring an actual wallet or a coin purse. You're probably going to end up with a lot of coins, and if you do ever lose your wallet, your ID will probably be in there so it can get returned. Japanese people are pretty honest. The next super nifty item is a tote bag. I have a rollaway one that I keep in my backpack just in case, because you never know when you might do a spot of shopping, and it's easier than carrying a box of groceries around with you, but that's another story for another time. Speaking of backpacks, I'm sure every traveller has a good backpack. Make sure it's got a few zips and a couple extra pockets, and enough room for some of those essential items too. I also take mine to work every day, so I make sure there's enough room in there for a couple of bags of tea and my lunchbox. Now for some more snow related gear. Make sure you pack some good goggles and invest in a good low light lens. For Japanese snow conditions, yellow is one of the best colour tints for the ever changing light that you will find ducking in and out of trees. I also wear a helmet. Note the asterisks. This is obviously a personal preference, but when you're skiing off piste and around trees, it's a good idea to have some extra protection. The next essential items are gloves and a balaclava. I've written gloves and mittens here because it's whatever you like best, but mine are a combination. They're called the shaka mitt. I also have a merino blend balaclava, and this is a definite must. You wouldn't be caught dead in Japanese conditions without one. It'll keep your face warm in a blizzard, but still let you breathe through it. Ski and snowboard socks are next, and you'd be out of your mind not to get a couple of pairs of these. Mine are a merino and bamboo blend that stay tight and dry, all while keeping my feet toasty warm. They're also nice and long too, so they're going to come right up under my knees. A good first layer is also really important too. I've got a few that I mix and match, but the one thing I make sure is that they're all merino. Just like the socks, it will absorb moisture without getting stinky and keep me warm and dry. You can even wear your merino thermals for a few days without needing to wash them. The next essential is pretty important if it's your first time working in the snow. It's highly likely that you're going to be in mixed or same-sex staff accommodation and no one wants to see your butt on the first week. They might, but that's not important. Bring a tracksuit or some pajamas so you can lounge around your share accommodation in style. You wouldn't be a seasonal snow worker without a good pair of après boots. Some people will go with the ever popular gum boots or Sorels, which are a bit more expensive, but in the end, anything will work. Make sure they've got good tread, are waterproof, and offer some kind of insulation. You'll be wearing them every day when you're not at work or at home. Next thing is sunglasses. I like to bring a couple different pairs for a few different reasons. One pair's polarized, the other one's more fashionable. If you're walking to work and it's snowing sideways or it's a really, really bright day, it's a good way to keep your eyes protected. I also like to bring a set of headphones with me. Other than using them during transit, it's a great way to be polite in your share accommodation. It also filters out unwanted noises, if you know what I mean. While on the topic of electronics, I also like to bring a portable charger for my phone and my camera while in transit. I also bring a camera to capture all my fun memories and a GoPro for the same thing, but some more extreme fun memories. And I like to put all of my GoPro accessories in this little bag, which came with a pair of goggles, and it helps me keep everything together so I can feel a little bit more organised about travelling. The next few items are probably the most essential for your first season in Japan. First up is lemsip. Cold climates equals runny noses and sore throats. Depending on your job, you could be mingling with a lot of different bacteria. This also goes for cold and flu tablets. They're hard to get in Australia, but even harder to get here. Painkillers are really essential. You never know when you're going to get a headache or hurt yourself, so it's a good idea to bring a couple boxes of these too, and also Berocca and Hydrolite, just to stay hydrated and to pep yourself up in the morning if you've had a big night. The next few items are just for the ladies. I know a lot of the stuff you can get here, but a lot of us prefer things we already use at home, so it's good just to bring them with you. Hair removal products are really hard to find over here, so do yourself a favour and bring it with you. Hair dye doesn't last very long, it washes out after a couple goes. Japanese deodorant isn't strong enough for Western armpits, so bring some deodorant from home. Japanese tampons are also really weird, so bring your favourite ones, and also moisturiser, because kerosene heaters will really dry you out. Just realised as well that guys use deodorant and moisturiser too, so bring that with you. Power board and adapters are one of the last things. You've got a lot of electronics, you can plug them all into your power board and then shove your adapter in the wall. Finally, I've got my laptop for obvious reasons like Skyping home and sending emails, and if you feel like learning a bit of Japanese, invest in some little Japanese language books. That's it for this essentials list. Safe travels, and I'll see you in Japan.